basically, between now and the elections, it's going to be like a tale of two cities. First of all right, from now till about the middle of the year to sometime to the third quarter, things are going to remain tight the way they are now. All right, government will continue along its line of fiscal consolidation. Monetary policy will remain tight. So it will be like there's, as how do they say it? Hey, money hard kind of thing. All right, but as we get closer to the elections, government will increasingly open the fiscal taps in consonance with the central bank, and more money will become available just in order to make people happy before the elections in order to vote for the incumbent government. But that will happen just a couple of months before the election, because right now, you see, government knows it needs to do fiscal consolidation. But at the same time, of course, it does not want to lose the election. So it has to balance them by timing, getting its timing correct. As we get close to the election, we want to make people happy by adopting policies that put more money in people's pockets. Interest rates are rising again. According to the Bank of Ghana, interest rates in average lending rate, I think in April, has risen to 32.1%. That's the highest we've had in quite some time, many years now. You see, the Ghanaian economy is credit driven. All right, most people rely on loans to run their businesses. Okay, so when interest rates are high, what it means is that the cost of business will also go up. All right, so it's not good for their businesses. However, the other side of it is that because of the penchant of we in Ghana here for imports, when interest rates are low and people happily go and borrow, most of it goes into imports, and the next thing is that the CD declines, the CD depreciates, which is why the Bank of Ghana is deliberately trying to keep interest rates high right now, so that there will not be demand for dollars and the CD can remain stable. So it's not particularly good for business, you're all right, but at the same time, for the economy as a whole, it has its advantages. Now, where the problem comes is that the overall good of the economy also depends on the growth of business. All right? So it's like you have 2 feet, and in order to make one foot healthy, you are making one foot sick. So that is the dilemma that economic policy makers now have. How can you put liquidity into the system which can generate economic growth without that growth going into demand for dollars, then the CD depreciates and you're back to square one? They would like to. Definitely they would like to, because more jobs means more votes. So of course the politicians would like to. The problem is that they are constrained. Okay, the incumbent government, for example, we're under an IMF program, and the IMF program is not about creating jobs. It's about restoring macroeconomic stability. It's about bringing down inflation. It's about reducing the fiscal deficit. It's about reducing the external current account deficit. All right, and those things are not things that you can do while you are creating jobs. All right, so yes, the politicians would like to create jobs, but they are not in a position to right now. Now, the other comment I'll make about that is that even at the best of times, the politicians are getting it wrong. They look at, when you talk to them about job creation, they are looking at it from the angle of how many jobs government is creating. But my dear, please, how many jobs can government create? How many jobs can government? What government should be focusing on is creating the right economic environment for businesses to grow, for more businesses to come on stream, then they employ the people. That is what government should be focusing on. But they are looking at it from the angle of, oh, we set up this public agency which has employed 100,000 people. Please clap for us. But But all over Ghana, if you have the right environment, you can some 1,000 new enterprises, some 5,000 new enterprises could start between now and end of this year. And if each one employs 50 people, then you're getting somewhere. So that's what the politicians need to focus. That's what they need to focus on in terms of job creation. Especially at the time where you have now introduced this single spine salary structure, which has increased public sector salaries, and your public sector wage bill has become a problem. So at this stage, I don't think it should not be about the public sector employing more people. It should be about the government empowering the private sector to employ more people. That's what the politicians need to understand.